The Libertines have just dropped a brand new single. Actually, I know it's not brand new. It was like a week old, but I missed it, so it's brand new to me. Night of the Hunter, which is their second single off this new album they're doing next year. All Quiet on their Esplanade. I actually think I probably said that wrong, but I've given it my best shot. But it is a wonderfully Libertines, kind of like dry, sarcastic sounding name, sort of vaguely military sound. I like it. You know, it's sort of in the same similar level to Anthem for Doomed Youth and the other ones. It's nice. But yeah, this completely passed me by. I didn't know they were doing another album. I'd kind of forgotten they were still a thing. And I love the Libertines. Never seen them, actually. They're on my bucket list. But yeah, no, their previous album, Anthem for Doomed Youth, came out 2016. So I was at university, and that was their first one after they reformed. And I actually really liked that album. I think most people did. There's a couple of really, really good, quite soulful songs in there, and they've got this kind of unique style of jank to them that, honestly, I don't think you can do without being the Libertines, specifically Pete Doherty. So yeah, quite happy to see they put out some new music. I did go and listen to the first single after having discovered this was out, and I actually really like that. It's got a music video with a guy who looks suspiciously like Gary Oldman, staggering around London. It's quite entertaining, so we'll see. This one is called Night of the Hunter, so we'll see whether or not it's got a more dramatic, more horror-y kind of context going on. We'll have to have a look. So, Night of the Hunter, here we go. Oh, it's the same guy. Ah, okay. Oh, it's literally a part 2. Great. The guy who got out of the cabbie, if you didn't know, was the one. This guy here is the guy from the first video. That's interesting. Kind of doing an actual sort of progressive narrative storyline. The only other person I've seen do that is Oliver Tree. Don't mug him, he's only little. Oh shit, okay. Oh, this is quite a westerny vibe. I like this. Why does that melody not feel new to me?
Tattooed on the knuckles, around the handles of a blade. On the knuckles, around the handles of a blade.
God, the Libertines are so good at writing songs where I feel like I should already have a lighter out my hand, waving it above my head. Not an insult, I like it. But you do think when you're seeing them live, they probably only have space for like 3 or 4 of those in a set, and they've probably got like 4 per album. Like the bell tolling. Ooh, that's a string section. That progression at the end makes that quite interesting. Is it me, or has some time away from the source made Pete Doherty a better singer? Like, don't get me wrong, he's always kind of like done Pete Doherty things. I don't think anyone would ever expect him to sing Pavarotti, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like he stepped up his game for this one. I'm impressed. Wonder if that's planned. You do a very good job at this kind of like slightly epic but sort of still sleazy kind of feel. I know it's acoustic as well. Actually, I'm enjoying the lyrics to this too. That's right, cry you little rude man. That's what you get when you stab people. I'm surprised the police were willing to collaborate with the Libertines at all after Doherty's passed.
tattooed on your knuckles. Does the world know what it means? Oh, now they're slipping on the bracelets. Are you so young and hard and mean, so cold and mean?
I'm not gonna lie, the video is starting to do a little bit of like guy cries whilst looking at camera and knife. I guess maybe the idea, the concept behind the lyrics doesn't warrant much more than that, but it started off good. I'm starting to get a little bored of that now. I like the song though. Like, I get it. Sorry, I don't know. Pause it again. I get it. Like, he's sad. He's made a mistake. La la la. But like, there's only so much sympathy I have for this character because he did stab a guy over a bag of coke, I assume. So you know, wrongdoers get what's coming to them, and they're meant to be sad about that. But I'm sure I'm meant to be told, you know, life and situation has put him like that. But anyway.
Taking me away for love and
Oh, okay. I quite like the little dance pose he's doing there. That's a clever little twist. Of course the actor's actually a dancer. I don't know why. He strikes me. He's got dancer poise and everything he did. They tried to make him look like a rude man, but I just wasn't buying it. I quite like this as a visual, though. And that, na na da 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 da. It's very intoxicating the way that comes in and out of the music as it's going. Ah, Night of the Hunters. I guess that does make sense. Well, that was pretty good, actually. I hope those of you who haven't seen the original one, I'll link them both in the comment actually because I forgot to say a little disclaimer this time. But yeah, go back and watch the first one because the first one's far more upbeat. But I actually really, really like that one. It has a kind of like, you know, when you get the aged rockers, you started out quite raucous, and then they sort of like eventually get over the drugs and alcohol, and like their career's still going 20 years later, and they've actually turned out to be like really competent, clever, nuanced songwriters. It sort of feels like that's the path that they've trod. They've gotten progressively like smarter, and it's not to say anything bad about the previous stuff because it's got its own charm in its kind of brashness. But this one, it just feels like it's written by a sort of man who's been around the block a few times. The lyrics are actually quite effective. You know, they're sort of, and I will admit it's not really a sort of frame of mind I've ever tried to put myself in, of like being in the head of somebody who's just done a crime, I guess, and they sort of like know they're going down for it, and they're sort of, I mean, enjoying their last hour or so of freedom doesn't really seem like it's the right word, but you know what I mean? They're sort of like contemplating their mistakes whilst they sort of await arrest. It's something I've never really thought about, honestly. I mean, I guess most of the time when you see this kind of stuff, it's from the perspective of like police camera action. Was like, and this naughty bastard's going to get arrested by 15 police, and you never see it from their side. I think the video could have done a little more in the middle. I started to get it started to get a little close to sort of cliche and a little bit repetitive. It was just like, you know, rude man cries, basically. And I think maybe if the manner of the crime at the beginning had been portrayed a little bit less cartoony, it was a little bit like, oh, you, I want drugs, stab, what have I done? And the other guy just runs away, and apparently he's just fine. But this guy's like, nope, I will accept my fate. But what am I doing trying to like analyze the like realism? That's completely ridiculous. Yeah, no, I really like that. I'm excited for the album. I really like Run, Run, Run. Good. I'm glad to see the Libertines are back on it. Not back on it, back making music. Don't you ever get back on it again, both of yous. Yeah, well, I think that is all I have to say. I guess I'll chuck the quick disclaimer at the end that everything I did just say was a opinion. So if you stuck out this long and didn't agree with me, be nice, please. And yeah, check it out in the description below. Comment anything you have to say about the Libertines. Are you happy to see them back? What's your favourite album? Have you seen them live? And yeah, chuck us a little subscribe button. That would be Much appreciated. And yeah, I will catch you on the next one. Peace.